the UFC is blowing them away because they have a structure, just like boxing used to have. The number one contender fights the champion.
Yes.
And you become the number one contender by beating other guys who are ranked in the top 10.
Yeah.
Now it's like I just got to blow my social media up, keep my 18-0 record, and eventually they'll call me.
Yep.
And instead of just being like, no, you got to fight. You got to beat some of these guys and fight on some of these undercards, and that's how you earn your way. And it's like I think that's why a lot of people there is a lot of people who hate on the UFC, but a lot of fighters don't complain. There's fighters who do complain, but like the guys who really want to put in the work, they don't have a problem with the structure. Like the champions, most of them don't have a problem with the structure. Like again, like any business, if you worked at Wendy's, you would think, hey, I could be making more money.
Yeah.
But Dana and the UFC are trying to make every buck they can too. And the UFC, unlike boxing, at least reinvest it back into their brand and their fighters. Like, yes, some of the fighters can make it more, but like the
publicity and coverage.
Yeah, publicity. Some of these guys on the Ultimate Fighter, on the Contender Series, are getting
is invaluable.
Like you can't, but like that's millions of dollars worth of advertising. Be on a TV show on a major network for fucking 20 episodes, and then have a pay-per-view event type fight at the end. Like that's invaluable promotion. These guys leave that part out where the UFC helps you build your
O'Malley
brand
said
for you.
That. He stated in a podcast when this was a new conversation regarding the UFC pay wage and stuff like that, when Jake Paul was bringing that up, it was like fresh, it was a hot topic. And he said, he's like, some fighters don't get paid this and that. And he was like agreeing kind of. He's like, we have to look at it both ways. He's like, take myself for an example. And he wasn't sided with either way. He just said he saw both sides. He was like, when I was on the Contender Series, like that clip, that gave me a chance. And then he saw that viral clip of him knocking out and walking away. And then he went on the cage, and he was like, "It's my time, Dana. It's sugar time." And he say like, "There's like that clip, like help me and stuff like that, doing all these cool things." He's like,
he helped himself.
Plays both ways.
Like,
he understood
Dana will help you if you help you. Yes, exactly. Understand the game is a perfect thing. It's like if Conor McGregor or Sugar Sean O'Malley comes out and says, "Hey, the UFC isn't paying me," then I'm like, "Oh, you're fucked up. Why aren't you paying Conor? Why aren't you paying Sugar?"
Oh yeah.
Well, Izzy is a good example. Why aren't you paying Izzy?
Yeah.
But some of these guys are boring. And that John Jones had this problem. He is the GOAT. I don't like John Jones, but he is.
Everyone said that. Everyone's like, I hate this man.
He is
but
unequivocally the GOAT. But after a while, he put on some exciting fights to start. But after a while, he was just mauling through everybody, and they were really boring.
Yeah.
And he wasn't finishing them in exciting fashion. He was just beating them unanimous decision, rolling them, controlling them, and it got boring. And they were like, Dana's like, I'm not paying you I don't care if you're the GOAT or the champion. If you want to make money, you have to sell pay-per-views.
Yes.
And
it's entertainment.
Some of these guys they look at themselves like they're an NFL player and not as if they should look at themselves more like they're rappers.
Yeah.
Than some NFL player. Like the NFL has been around for 100 years. They've got things in place, all types of things. Like, no, this is the UFC is like a record label, and you make money when they make money.
Yep.
Like they don't, you know what I mean? It's like some of these NFL players. Well, the NFL's like built in too. They're gonna make money.
Yes.
The UFC's not like that. They're not built in. When their pay-per-views flop, they feel it.
Like 5-year-olds aren't watching this.
Yeah. Like everybody. You're born into sports. Like MMA is a acquired taste.
Niche, yeah.
But some of these guys are complaining. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to pick sides, but I can, like I said, see it from both sides. And when I see people who I know are hard workers and playing the game and putting in the work, when they come out and say they're not getting paid, then I'll say something. But like the guys who like Francis Ngannou, it's like, I like him. He seems like a nice, humble guy. People don't pay to watch nice, humble guys fight.
Yeah.
I don't care how many people you knock out. He's a vicious striker.
Oh, yeah.
He's too nice. People don't like that, especially in a heavyweight who knocks people out. You have to be mean. You got to talk shit. You got to tell him, hey, I'm going to knock you on the first round.
I always think about Kobe Covington.
He's I don't want to shade him. I would say he's above average fighter, but he's not really a champion. But he's like one of the biggest draws in it. Nate Diaz, middle of the pack, stepping stone fighter. He doesn't even really play the game, but he promotes himself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He does what. He does the thing he knows like real fighter fans like.
Yeah.
So they'll ride with him. It's like, y'all going to want to do none of that. And then you're like, well, Dana should pay me more. It's like, those are the people who get paid more is because they put in the extra work. Even Nate gets paid more. Dana knows he got to pay Nate. When Nate fights, he knows I got to pay him.
Yep.
So he'll tell Nate I'm going to build your little momentum back up. And when you're popping on Twitter and I get you a decent fight, we'll get you in the ring. Yeah, we'll cut your check. We get you the right dance partner.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these guys want to complain. And John Jones did it for a long time. He sat out for multiple years. But it's like, dude, you got to put in the work. John Jones was acting all humble. He don't talk shit. It's like, you're not going to get paid. The fighters get paid. Who get paid? Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, Conor McGregor, Oscar De La Hoya. Like, these
Sugar
guys
definitely, he renegotiated his contract. So he told that.
Well, he didn't renegotiate. Sugar said, hey, I'm not taking he said, I wasn't fighting until I got my new deal. Yeah. He said, I wasn't going to take a big fight until I got my new deal. Yeah. And he probably told Dana that. Dana was like, fine, I respect that. We'll throw you another cupcake. But no, when that new deal comes, you're fighting. And he fought somebody tough right off the bat. Like I said, Dana will work with you, but he'll let you know that, all right, fine, we'll play that game. I'll let you play it. I understand.
You got to play
my side. Yeah, exactly. But when you're going to put on a fight, I'm going to put you in there with a fucking savage. Like, and you got to earn your check. And I think Sugar does that. And I think there's a lot of other fighters who do that. And I think we're in this age, boxers really, but even some MMA fighters were like, they don't want to put in the work.
No.
Like, they're like, oh, I'm putting all this work in the gym. Like, it ain't enough money to just put, or enough to just put the work in the gym. If you want to be Conor McGregor, you got to put the work in the gym. You got to put it on the mic. You got to put it on social media. And that's how you get rich. And then you ride off in the sunset after you did it for 10 years like Conor.
Yeah.
Like, but you can't just not put in any of the work and think the work you're putting in the gym is enough. People put that work in every day who never even fight in the UFC.
No, that we don't
your
even
coaches
know.
are out there in the gym putting in similar work.
Yeah.
There's guys at your gym who are just nobodies, who are firefighters or
who
cops.
Could be better than you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or whatever. They're putting in the work. It's like, no, you put in the work, you build your skills, and then you got to play the game. It's not just good enough to become the champion, which you're probably not going to become anyway.
Yeah.
So you probably want to play the game anyway. And these guys are all like, their main focus is, I'm going to be the champ. But it should be, I'm going to make some money.
Yeah. That kind of want to drift into